Welcome to Arduino Basics.
Remember, for you to type your code, you go to Code, delete the blocks, select Text, and you do not touch void setup and void loop. We are going to use integer constant 1, 2, 3, 4 times because we are using 4 different pins. What are the pins we are using? One for the trigger in our ultrasonic sensor. This one is in the pin number 4. The second echo is in the pin number 5. The LED that we have connected to the pin number 12, and the buzzer or piezo that we have connected to the pin number 3. Now we are going to type our void setup. We have pin mode for 4 different pins. One is the trigger, that is going to be an output. The echo, that is going to work as an input, is going to receive the signal. Another for the piezo, that is going to be an output. And the last one, the LED. As you can see, this time we are not going to use the serial monitor. That's why we are going to start with our loop. In our loop, we are going to start with an integer saying that duration is going to be depending on the distance, and the digital write for the trigger is going to start high. Then we need to say the duration that is going to be equal to pulse in. Remember, in pulse in, the I, you have to use capital I, and this is going to be the echo. The one who is going to send the signal is going to start high or on. The distance is going to be equal to the duration divided in 2, and we are going to divide it for the number 29.1 because this is the one that the data sheet of the piezo tell us that is the correct number to measure the correct distance. So now, if the distance is less or equal 100 and the distance is greater or equal 0, then we are going to start our subprocess. In this case, the digital write, that is the piezo, is going to start high. That means that it's going to emit sound. Of course, I forgot that in here the trigger is high. So I am going to write a delay, just 10 milliseconds or less can be fine, and digital write trigger low because it will be annoying to listen the sound all the time when we want only to listen the sound when detects something closer than 100 centimeters. And a digital write for the LED because it's going to turn on when something is close. Of course, we need to close the subprocess and start with another subprocess that is else. What happens if is far from 100 centimeters? The piezo is going to be low, so it is not going to make any sound, and the same with the LED. It's going to be off. I close the subprocess and I am going to give a delay of some milliseconds before I start all the loop again. I am going to check that I have the correct signs to close the subprocess and processes. I close all lines and I am going to start the simulation. When I start the simulation, I can close the part of the code because we are not using the serial monitor, and I am going to see that always when it's closer than 100 centimeters, it's going to start emitting sound and turning the LED on. The first time can take a couple of seconds, but that's normal. The rest of the time is going to work perfectly. Now is your time to practice your code.